Given that the nights are now 15 hours long, I've decided to use my time in the tent, camp time in the lakes here, to cook a decent meal rather than just heating up some dehydrated slop. So we're going for a Paneer curry tonight, cooked from scratch, with the ingredients that I packed in. A lot of this is stuff that I just had left over in the fridge or the freezer. I'm a bit of a Nazi when it comes to zero food waste, so I wanted to use up the things that would have otherwise been kicked out. So the first thing to do is to fry up some onions, ginger and garlic on my trusty Cookery spider stove that I've been using for the last 4 years. And here we have the onion, ginger and garlic. We'll fry that for a few minutes. Try and get it all in the pan. Like I said, I'm a bit of a zero food waste Nazi, so that's going in as well. I've already got the rice hydrating in my old Alpkit titanium mug. Just bring it up to temperature with a little bit of water, put it in a pot cosy, and then 20 minutes later you've got a pot of warm, perfectly cooked rice. So we'll fry this onion for a couple of minutes before we move on to the next stage. Okay, so we've got the onions nice and golden, taking off the harsh taste of the garlic and ginger. So I've got the remnants of a tin of tomatoes that I'd put in the freezer from something else I cooked at home because I don't like waste. Pour them in, plus a tomato that I had surplus to requirements in the fridge, chopped up, that can go in as well. So we shall get that up to temperature. And we're going to put in just essentially a mix of cumin, coriander, turmeric powder, garam masala, a little bit of salt and chili powder, roughly a teaspoon of each. This Cookery spider stove has a good spread of flame. It's very easy to cook proper food with. It's not just a tool for boiling water. It's also got a very well moderated heat, and it's particularly good at draining gas canisters that are near empty, because you can invert it. So when your canister's nearly empty, turn it upside down, gets rid of the last dregs, and then you can puncture the canister with a crunch it tool or something similar to that, chuck it in with the recycling, and it's as close to being environmentally friendly as cooking with gas in a camping context gets. So those tomatoes are now getting up to temperature, and again I had a can of chickpeas, surplus to requirements, frozen, and then got them out for this trip. Okay, that's a little dry, so I'm just going to chuck in a little bit of water. That's better. And we're just going to give that a couple of minutes just to get everything heated through. Keep it stirring, make sure nothing burns or sticks to the bottom of the pan. So the onion, tomato, chickpea and spice mix has been heating through for a few minutes now. These were frozen peas when I set out at the start of the day, not anymore. Chuck them in. Bring them up to heat. That's beginning to smell pretty good. I always figure if you're going to be sitting in the tent for 15 hours, you might as well use your time constructively. And I'd much rather have a proper meal, the sort of thing that I would cook at home, rather than eating a foil bag of dehydrated pap, which is what this is all about, really. So that's okay for now. We're going to just take that off the heat, put it to one side, and then we're going to get the lid of this pan. It's a Primus Trek Light kettle that I've had for 17 years. Been a very reliable bit of kit, and I would buy another one in a heartbeat when and if this eventually goes. But now it's time to prepare the paneer, which I've had just marinated in curry powder, a tiny little bit of salt and some dried fenugreek, and I'm just going to fry this in a couple of batches, just for a couple of minutes each batch, and then add it to the curry base that I have on standby. This fry pan lid is actually really good. It's perfect size for making, for example, a 2-egg omelette. It's not something that I use very often these days, but it just struck me it would be handy for this particular recipe. I mean, come on, look at that. This is proper food. This is real food in a tent at 600 metres in the Lake District on a night in mid-November. It was an amazing sunset tonight. I think I could be on for quite a special day tomorrow. I got the train in to Seascale, weird little town just south of the Sellafield nuclear bunker, and walked in to the hills backside of Wasdale, and then the intention is to get an early start tomorrow and beat the masses up onto the high fells leading out over Pillar past Kirkfell Gable, and then after that kind of depends on how I'm doing, what the weather's doing, how many people I encounter along the way. And the intention is to end up in Keswick for for a pint with a mate on Wednesday afternoon. So that's the first batch done. Tip them into the curry, trying not to take all the oil with them. Remaining paneer. I've tried this dish with halloumi as well, it doesn't work as well. I actually prefer halloumi in general terms, but paneer is definitely a better cheese for this kind of vegan curry. So I'm just going to do these and then it'll be the same again. Bang them in the basic curry mix, heat it for another few minutes just to make sure all the flavours are suffused through it, and then it'll be ready to go. And we're pretty much ready to go. I'm hoping this tastes as good as it smells. That's the rice. Like I say, just a finger's width of water above the amount of rice you put in the pot. Bring it to the simmer, bang it in a pot cosy, 20 minutes, job's a good one. Takes almost no gas at all and gives you really good, well cooked rice. I tend to use easy cooked rice these days rather than the posh stuff I have at home. It just works a little better in the camping context. So, time for the taste test. Oh yeah! Good to go. Look at that. Can't be bad.